Hello everyone, my name is Barbara. I'm the Polish girl who lives in Ireland and likes knit, and today I'm going to show you my finished object, which are socks. Okay, so let's start. I didn't follow any pattern, but I'm going to leave a link down below to step-by-step recipe that I use when I'm knitting socks without any pattern over here. And these are exactly done in the same way, which basically is I'm knitting socks on US size 1 2.25mm needles, but obviously to get the gauge and the width and the size you want, you need to find your own needle size. And what I like to do, I like to knit 2 at a time. That's why I have a long cord over here. I'm using magic loop to knit 2 at a time. I like to knit from toes up because I do not like to count. And that's what you need to do if you're doing cuffs down. You have to cast on from, let's say, 56 to 64 stitches, and if you're doing 2 socks, multiply it by 2. With the toes it's way easier because basically it's 24 that I'm casting on for each, and then it's less and I can knit quicker. So here it is, and you can see that I have it in my Christmas pouch. I use this pouch as my gift knitting. I'm tempted to design a new one, so finger crossed for that. Just to, but I think maybe Christmas will be fine too. I don't know what to do. Anyway, so here are Hayahayas, and they're interchangeable. That's why the pink cord, and I'm using Hayahayas sharps. All links down below. Ooh. Okay. In the bags by Diane, and here it is, beautiful one inside. I love it so much, especially for a male socks, because actually those I used as a male because it's kind of very classy. Socks. Yarn. The yarn I used, sorry, I don't feel well. Tissue. The yarn I used Drops Fabel, and it's a long print, which means that you create that kind of a gradient effect. It's not what I'm doing, it's actually what the yarn is doing. And then the color over here is 915. As you can see, this is lovely. And in my episode, I think 61, because not only finished object videos you can find on this channel, other things too, I mentioned I spent a long time to find a proper spot, and it was very difficult for me to do because, as you can notice, this is not dyed properly, isn't it? So when I was reaching a darker moment, I was like, is this ball has the same thing? And I was just pulling, and I couldn't find a spot. So I just roughly figure out it's going to be there. So that's a big disappointment. The color of this, I knitted, I think already I counted 13. With this one, that's 14th pair of socks with Drops Fable, and this is the 14th pair, if I'm counting right, is the fail because of the color. But like I said, it's a good quality because base is 75% wool, 25% polyamide. It is a superwash or treated, or a superwash treated sock wool. It says in the front, so you can put it to washing machine into a gentle cycle. And because it's very cheap yarn for this blend, I did not mind to test it and put it into washing machine, and the socks are fine. I took them for the hard run. Basically, I went hiking and using them, and you know, in Ireland it's muddy. If you go hiking, you can suck your whole food in the mud and take it out with a whole wet shoe in it. So that's what happened. So I can say they're fine, and that's why I like to knit with them for a gift knitting. And I'm also knitting because one day basically Drops had a big sale and I just filled one of those boxes with them. Just Drops Fable yarn. Right, so that's one, and then I had some leftovers with this, and this is beautiful. Come on, this is beautiful rustic orangey color, and I love it so much. You can see it now on the screen. A little bit light. The lights are messing. I didn't block this socks. I'm so excited to show you straight away. And you can notice now that I have a bit of a pattern over here. I didn't follow any pattern. I basically, once I cast it on, I thought, let's do something that will keep me entertained, but it will be still plain vanilla sock. And I just came up with this stitch. I may write down a pattern, we shall see how it goes. Obviously I will not count these socks as a sample, so I'm waiting for a yarn to knit with that, and I have an idea what I'm going to do, and we shall see how it goes. I can't wait. So basically, toe up socks 2 at a time. I casted on 24 stitches on each sock, and I was increasing on the sides only until every second row until I got 64 stitches. Then I was knitting a big tube around 70 row round. I put a marker to mark the area where I will be cutting yarn to put afterthought heel. No, not yarn or anything like that. No, basically I do a big long tube until I got bored. Because I did get bored, I decided to do ribbing, and that ribbing, just roughly whatever I feel like it's long enough to kind of match the whole thing. It's not too short, it's not too long, it's perfect. Actually, it kind of makes sense that I have 2 here and 2 here. I haven't thought about it. Well, but when you fold it, they're not exactly the same length. And some people like to knit that this part is exactly as long as the foot part. But believe me, some people have a big feet, and then you will have it up to, I don't know, a calf or something. So I believe that's fine. If I stretch it, I can put it almost up to my blocker. What else I used? I got those lovely cozies, yarn cozies, that I could put 2 like this, 2 skates in it, so they didn't move in my bag, and I really liked it. And I think that's all. It's hard to say what I did over here. That's all I'm showing you. It gives nice effect, I think. Anyway, that's it, what I wanted to show you. I hope you have your socks on your needles. Tag me, Knitting I Love, on Instagram. Show me what kind of socks you have on your needles. Don't forget to enter our cals. I think I'm running 3 cals at the moment, but definitely with any project you knit or crochet, you can enter it to Knitting Crocheting Make Along. So I would suggest you to go down and check links down below and see what you're interested in. Happy knitting, everyone. Use hashtag Knitting I Love too, just in case I missed that tag. And I hope to see you next one. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, because you never know when is going to be my next finished object video. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Bye. Oh yeah, and this is Hummel's sweater.